Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of my Solitude SimCity 4 Let's Play. Go ahead and load that up. I haven't really been starting in region view lately, because of the load times being increased due to me not having the solid state drive, but if I load beforehand it's faster, so I'll show you the progress every time at the beginning of the video. So, what I just did actually, I was in the other cities in the region just before this, and I was just continuing road names and everything. You see the highway route designation and some of these street names. So these were already from the next city over, so I just kind of continued them through here. It took a while to figure out which highway was which because I hadn't really thought about it for a while. So now I've got T6. I give each freeway a T and then a number, just from 1 to whatever it is at the time. So that's for Trifort region name. So yep, I think that makes sense, I guess. So pretty simple. So I just continued that, named all my highways in the other cities, so I'm clear on what's what. Because I just realized this avenue is central, it's important, and it does not have a name until now. So just continue that over. Yeah, it's not really on the coastline, but if you go farther in the next city over, it actually does follow the coast, so that's why it's called that, Coastline Avenue. So, alright. And I've been doing some residential and commercial, just residential actually, development around here. Last time and recently I put in this light rail station. And I do realized something, I think after I made the last episode, that there's a highway interchange right here. But there's not another one right here. And I think there should be one, because it's a good distance and it's actually a good location near the central city type area, so I'm going to have to build another one. And I guess the best road to do it on would be this road here, which doesn't have a name yet, of course, but yeah, I'd say that would be the best option. So I'm going to go ahead and do that actually. Make some RHW interchange. Get rid of these first of all, to be in the way. I can rebuild what I am able to later on. And it's going to connect, let's see, I think my idea would be to connect to this road and keep everything, since there's of course development here already, because I didn't really think about it earlier. Keep the ramps on this side, which of course I can do with a folded diamond type partial cloverleaf configuration, kind of like this, except it will be a little different from that. So I'll get started. Let's see, I'd like first of all an exit lane. I don't know what I did over here. I think I did give it one. Oh, I just did on one side, it looks like. Short deceleration lane. Here I actually don't have one. I guess I can put one in here because it's kind of a sharp curve. It really is an intersection and everything afterwards, so I would prefer that having an exit lane. Thing is, I don't know if it can go under, have this underpass go under it, because I've got 7 lanes total, so it's asymmetrical, and there might or might not be an underpass for that. I'd find that, I think, the avenue overpasses viaducts section. I think, no, avenue / RHW, that's where I'd find those. Maybe not. It's been a while since I made one, I guess. RHW Ring Road, maybe? Yeah, that's it, okay. It's a road even if it's an avenue. So we have RHW6C. If I'm rotating it enough. I don't see anything about 7C asymmetrical, so I don't even say 8C either. So that's probably why I didn't put one in, I guess. And it will just have to stay that way. Okay. To the next one I was working on. I guess that's going to be the same problem over here then, with not being able to have that deceleration lane because of the underpass. I guess I could convert it to a subway tunnel underpass, but I'd rather use the flexible underpass pieces because it's more straightforward. I guess that kind of allows every type of traffic too. And I think that's something you can do with these. It looks like it should be set up right. I don't see anyone using it. Or any of these actually. But the problem with using the subway tunnels is that it converts car traffic into subway. It doesn't convert bus or freight trucks, so those can't go through there. Anyway, I'll just put a ramp, I guess. Just go ahead and do that now. Because my residents are pretty unemployed right now, so I'll have to remedy that. Put some more industrial zones here. I did have a major problem in the Solitude proper area, which is the downtown of this island. And I don't know what happened there because I have an RHW double-decker bridge, and it doesn't have any usage whatsoever. It's going right to New Concord, which is the main city, which they'd probably all be commuting to. Now, no one's commuting there. I don't know if they ever were, but in any case, they're all unemployed now, so pretty much everyone in that city is jobless, and I don't know why that happened, but I'll have to fix that hopefully. Not sure why the bridge wouldn't get any use, but anyway, let's put another curve here. So this is kind of not aligned the best way. Let's see if I can flatten this out a little bit more. Oh, don't want to do that. It's telling me I'm suitable grade, but okay, that worked fine. The thing is, it looks kind of weird with this sharp slope bend. Yeah, I think that dug down into the terrain a little bit, but that's alright. Can't really see it, I guess. So now I can build that intersection. Yep. Alright. Try and flatten this actually. Okay, that worked out. There. And okay, so we've got an RHW ramp. And what I'd want to put is actually probably convert it to a two-way section here. If I can do that. Let's see. Otherwise, I'll just put two intersections, I guess. That's what I'm looking for. Doesn't look like that will fit because it has starter pieces, starter stubs. I might be able to demolish those though. Get rid of that too. Alright. This one, I can just finish this. Alright. And this is the problem right here. And I had developed a way, I guess, of getting rid of these starter stubs for all the different RHW. Well, a lot of them actually. I just figured it out. Trial and error. It's really weird how you do it, but you kind of have to drag a road here, or sometimes it's one-way road, or just sometimes drag a RHW over it. So I took some screenshots. I don't know where those are though. I think actually what I can do here is just drag it like that. Yeah, okay. So that will get rid of them immediately. Then I have to drag a railroad. It's not working actually. Okay, now it works. You have to drag a railroad. That will get rid of the RHW crossing. Demolish it and it will all the way disappear. So that is pretty much how you do that easily. Get rid of any starter stubs that are blocking you from doing something. And now I can put this curve back, I guess. Right? So, hope so. Yes, okay. Looks good. Alright, pretty simple, but not bad looking or anything, so yeah. What I might actually do here is kind of make this a kind of, I don't know, frontage road, but a very short one if anything. I'm going to kind of continue this road just to the next one right here, so you can access that road from that interchange more easily. And I don't know, I think I will just put a 45 degree curve right there. Let's see, do I want to put it this close? No, it won't let me anyway. So it might have flattened out the slope. And another curve right here. That's aligned properly, maybe not. It is, alright. Okay. Maybe that's kind of pointless because it just will be curving back immediately, so what I'll actually do, maybe I'll just make it a straight road. Maybe not really a frontage road, I guess, because frontage road would be closer to the highway. It would just be a general purpose road, I guess, right here, so yep, that worked. Let's drag it to the next one. And I don't want to flatten the slope again right here, so I'm actually going to curve it somehow. I'm not going to connect to this street or anything, because that would bring traffic into this subdivision needlessly, potentially, so I'll just connect to this road, because then I can use this roundabout, and there's the main road in that direction. So I might put another roundabout here. Helicopter is annoying me kind of, but put a roundabout. I think that's not flat, so I'll put it right here. Road type roundabout, yeah. Because I don't have room for the. Well, I guess I do have room for one, but I'm gonna put a larger one here. Let's see, is that good? That's a good configuration, I suppose. And yeah, takes care of that road now. Let's get rid of these just for flattening the terrain. And now continue the other ramp. And that can just curve 45 degrees here. As soon as it's able to. Just put it right there. Yeah. It's interesting, I just unconsciously used the flex ramp. I mean, I'm usually more fond of using the draggable ramp interfaces. More used to that, but I guess it's been a while since I've done this, so I kind of do that type of ramp anyway. So I'll just make it another ramp. I'll use the same type flex ramp just for consistency. No practical reason for it, I guess, but oh, there it was. Great, okay. That's not what I want actually, but I'll fix that in a second. I'm just gonna get rid of this. They can continue the override. Rebuild that curve. It should stay that way. Alright. Yeah, see, I don't like these instant merging with no merge lane type ramps. If I can ever avoid that, it's probably a good thing to do. So I know there's some ramps in the real world that are like that, but they're dangerous. So I'll choose a type E entrance. That's what I want here. Let me do that. Well, oh, that's okay. Yeah, well, that should be right. It says it supports RHW8C, which is what it'll be joining up as, so I might have to demolish this first. Not sure it will actually work though, because some of these says a few things that it supports and that doesn't work right still. This version of the network add-on mod. So, okay, it's converting it to where it should be. Let's see if I can fix that. No. It won't let me connect that. So what if I gave it another starter piece here, temporarily? Yeah, that worked. It connected right up. So I can get this to convert to the right kind of highway. Might need another starter piece. Yeah, it's gonna try and convert that, so I'll either use another starter piece, or I could just use a filler piece maybe. See, kind of block that off from converting. Oh, the filler piece does not have a median barrier, so I don't want to use that, I guess. I'll put the starter piece then. Just put it right here, I guess. Actually, that seems to be messing that up, so hopefully it won't. Oh, that's even worse. Let's see. Yeah, that got messed up. I'm gonna put it further away from there. Flex ramps, E1. There. Alright, just need a starter piece right about here, maybe. Let's put it right in the middle, I guess. I usually don't like to use starter pieces, I'll leave them there. But, sometimes you have to. Fortunately, that isn't working. It seems, no matter how much I click on it, it won't convert. So, I don't know. Filler piece messed up the median. So the starter piece messed up the ramp. So all I can go with right now is the filler. There's no half, 1/3 of it, I guess. So I'll just use the whole thing. I wish I could just demolish this part of it and get that to work. This looks weird, I don't know. But whatever. Or I could have used a not flex ramp type ramp. That would work better maybe. Yeah, I guess that's what I should do. You still have to have some work done on them, I guess, before they'll be ready to use generally. Let's see. E1, alright. But the thing is, I think the chevrons are only on the flex ramps, and there's one on that other one too. So I'd actually end up using that. Wait, are they? Yes, okay. So that would look kind of weird. It would look different, at least. I didn't use that here. I know what to do, I think. Okay. It's not so complicated. I just need a filler piece here. And another one right here. Demolish this. I think maybe that would work. No, maybe not. Hey. Oh, well, what the heck? You can do that, I guess. It worked properly. I was thinking I'd, like, make a different type of connection with the filler piece or whatever, but actually, somehow, this is possible after all, so I just have to keep clicking in different places usually with these things, so. Doesn't need that long of a merge lane. They should already be pretty much the speed by the end of this ramp, I would think, so. I'll just end this merge lane right there. Oh, there it was, I think. Maybe not. Okay. That transition. Let's drag this out a bit for now. And alright, the other side of this. See something's being built here. Nice, those apartments are nice. I like that design. There it is again. And look, I've got what I wanted right at this intersection, this street corner. Like historical. I don't think there's anything that can replace it, but I'll just do it anyway. Alright. So back to the interchange. So I'm going to need to have, this is going to be the same kind of setup, but it's going to be joining into a two-way road, intersecting probably right about here, maybe here, with this avenue. So I'll just, yeah, I can put it like right there. And, okay, I just noticed there's some inconsistency with the median barriers, so I just have to click and fix that, because that was changed in a new version of the name. And I'll go ahead and put ramps here, first of all. And that's kind of bad because I have to do what I don't like to do. And not have any merge lane space here because of this underpass. But I'll just do it anyway. So I'll use the flex ramps again because of the chevrons. I think that's what they're called. These little arrows. And A1 or B1 actually is what I want. That lines up correctly, so drag that through. Right. You know, actually that's not the best place to put it. It's aligned with the other one. I actually want to move this further closer together, the two ramps. I could have a little merge lane, so that's a good idea actually. See, what I want is to continue this straight section of road as far as I possibly can, and close to the highway I'll have a splitter ramp. Not this one, but this one. See, I think it should be right there maybe. Drag that road connected. And I can just use ramps. There, okay. And Let's drag that here. I think there's some weird thing like you can plop this on top of an existing stub and only on one side though, but don't worry about it. It's just simpler, faster out to use fillers. So I'll put one right there. And the opposite ramp. There. I'll use the E1 entrance. Not really sure if I want to do this type actually, because it's got barely any merge space really. It's like you'd have the transition immediately after that, so I don't know. See what it looks like, I guess. It would be this transition. It doesn't even fit, I think, so it won't let me put that in there. I'll have to use the instant merge lane. Alright. Looks good. I just need to put the next filler, and we'll be finished. Okay, so there's two sides of this interchange are finished now, and that is pretty good. Alright. You know, I think I'll actually move this. Yes, sorry, I'm changing what I've built, but move it further down to be away from the stoplight a little bit more. Try to be quick about that. And okay, B1. That should be right about there, I think. Okay, finish it with a splitter for the RHW2. Pair of filler pieces. Oops. There. For some reason my audio is getting, maybe you notice it just suddenly becomes loud in the middle of a sound sometimes. If I plop something or destroy something. Alright, now it's finished. Didn't take very long at all. So this is messed up again unfortunately, so that's not too great. How the heck do I fix that? Man. Not good. What I had was two filler pieces before, so maybe if I do that again it will fix itself somehow. That's unfortunate. I will just have to keep trying this a bit more. Two filler pieces. Two. I'm not sure what I did differently that time. Okay, is this what I wanted? Maybe? Yes, it looks like it. Great, okay. So that's what you do. You demolish that adjacent tile to the first filler, and then it should leave some part that can be converted to the right kind of highway, so that's good. Alright. And hey, that's right, I moved this further down, so I actually have more potential merge space for this on-ramp, which is what I wanted, so that's great. I'll move this, make this a road so I can have turning lanes in a moment. Now it's from this next intersection, which is of course good for traffic flow. Yeah, and let's again demolish that. Flex ramps, E1. Let me put that there. Oh, what? That's weird. What did that? Just disappeared when I put it there. Okay. Ooh, that is strange. So, seems to do it right when I put the drag the 6 lane through there. I am going to first of all, I think, need get rid of some stuff over here. Put a 8-lane starter. Actually, it's this one, 7-lane. I really hope this doesn't mess this section up again somehow, but it's disappeared once again. Why is it doing that now? Very weird. Maybe if I just put this down here. Oh, this has got to be demolished so it doesn't connect. And if I disconnected this first of all, maybe that would fix it. No, guess not. Why would it be different in the other direction than it was through that side? That is very strange. Why on earth would it do that? Alright. Maybe I'll just have to use a regular ramp and not a flex ramp. I don't know why it would do that on one side and not the other. Maybe it's the intricacies of how these things are coded that I don't understand. Probably I think there might be something about it's different if you go in the other direction. Or things have not worked in the past, so maybe. Okay. Just gotta put that right there. Shouldn't be too difficult. Yep, alright. Shouldn't need this anymore. Flex ramp. Okay. Right now that is not messed up here, so it stays that way. Okay. Carefully finish this. And okay. Very close to finish. Now I just need this transition. Actually I can just use a cosmetic piece type of transition here. So that I can have like dash lines and other types of lane markings. So what I do here, I usually use, I use the dash line for an exit, and for the entrance lane I used solid and dashed this type of line. So I'll do that. That's usually what I use for entrances, I think. So keep doing that here. I think this just makes the most sense. Let's see, where is it? Oh, where is it? Is that all that's in the menu? probably have to move it somewhere over here. That happens sometimes, right? I don't see anything solid and dashed. 8C. Yeah, I'm like missing 2/3 of my menu items here, I think. That's not good. I think my network add-on installation is kind of messed up lately on this computer, at least, because I've had things like disappearing overpasses and some things that I can't build. And I'm not really sure why that is, because I've tried reinstalling it already, but I'll have to figure that out later, I guess. Right now I'm just going to use the dashed lines, which is a different type than your standard lines, of course, because it's to show. Let's say an entrance lane, a normal lane. That makes sense at least. But do I have? Oh, wait a minute. I realize what happened. Okay, I was looking at this cosmetic piece transitions. I just need to use the 3 tile cosmetic pieces. That's where we find those I'm looking for. Alright, great. Yes, here they are. Because there's no transition that's solid dashed, it's just using the regular that's short dashed ones like I did right here, so okay. That's good. Put a lane reduction arrow piece right there and right there. Finish that up. Okay. Looks great. That's a respectable amount of merge space, I'd say. I've seen worse areas. Of course, there's the instant type, which is less safe than that, so that's pretty good, I'd say. Now, one more thing. I want to do the same thing on this side with this merge lane. Honestly, it's a pretty generous amount of space, so I'm gonna actually kind of take it down a bit. So maybe it's too much for being realistic and stuff. So I'll just put, let's see, I'll make it the same as this side because they've got all the space to accelerate, so it shouldn't need to be as long. I put 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles of straight merge lane. And I put the transition after that, so I will do the same thing here. 4 tiles. Okay. Then it converts to 6 lanes. And then do the same thing with the markings. Right here, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. Thank you, flex pieces. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this and, like I did on the other side, use the normal transition. Because the flex ones, I forgot, are incompatible with putting cosmetic pieces next to them for some reason, so. And that will solve the problem of this getting messed up, so. Let's see. So do hold down buttons until I find it. Here it is. Alright, that's finished, and one more piece. Okay. Great. Alright, perfect. And I think I'll actually put another exit lane similar to that here because it's once again a sharp turn and a stoplight shortly afterwards. So let me just find that one more time. E1, exit, And I'll just do what I did with the other, on that other interchange, deceleration lane, which was give it dashed lines all the way through. Yep, okay, that's fine. Good amount of space, I'd say, since you don't need as much to decelerate. As for merge space, I think. So, I don't think I did this on the other interchange, and I don't really need to mark that it's an exit lane because it's kind of implied, and there should be signs later on. Have to remember that. Should say it's exit only. Should be pretty obvious. Okay. I didn't do that. Yep, okay. Just use the dashed lines. No arrows for exiting. And now that the interchange itself is completely taken care of, there's just one more thing I'd like to do. That would be add the turn lanes at this intersection. I made it road so I could have a stoplight and turn lanes. Instead of if I dragged the RHW all that way to the avenue intersection. It's a good amount of turn lane space. Yep, and I'll put the transition here. Of course, left and right turn only. Yep. And finish that with the blank pieces and the intersection tile piece. And last of all, the avenue side. I will give it, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll give it 6 tiles of turn lane space. Right, okay. Oops. Great, okay. So now there's plenty of queuing up for the cars. Turn left, space there. To get onto the highway. So, that's about it for that, I guess. So I think this will be when I end the episode. Got a nicely designed highway interchange. It's pretty safe and everything, so I'm pretty satisfied with that one, this interchange. Now I've been able to finish it now, so okay. I will continue doing other things in the next episode, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.